The other story that we are actually focusing on is the Automobile Association. They are predicting a fuel increase for the month of November. You know that for every month since the year began, there has been fuel increases. But this particular month, at the beginning of October, we actually experienced a slight decrease. But the Central Energy Fund has actually released some data which the Automobile Association is actually looking at. And they've cited the oil price as one of the major contributors. The AA says the current data shows that petrol might increase by between 41 and 51 cents per litre, while diesel is expected to climb by around R1.60 per litre. It adds that while these figures might change, a reversal is not expected as prices are still likely to go up. For more on this, we are joined by Layton Beard, who is the spokesperson for the Automobile Association. Layton, thank you very much for your time this afternoon. It's a worrying statement, but one where you have looked at the data from the Central Energy Fund and you've come up with these figures in terms of the increases that you are expecting. Tell us more about what could change between now and the end of the month that could inform where these prices for fuel go.
Yeah, I mean, Kalani, I think we've got to look at those numbers, and if you break it down, you see that the weakness of the rand against the US dollar is contributing very little to that increase. The majority of that increase is coming from the change in the average price of international petroleum, and that really is where the sore point is at the moment. So if international petroleum prices were to ease over the next couple of weeks, that may have a positive impact on the fuel prices locally. And I think we made the point that, and as you said in your intro as well, we don't expect a reversal of an increase. We think an increase is going to happen in any event. It's just the quantum of what that increase is that I think is now a question. So, you know, we've got 2 more weeks to go before the adjustment is announced by the Department of Mineral Resources and Energy. Let's see what transpires over the next couple of days. But like I say, in our view, an increase is on the cards. It's just a question of how big that increase is going to be.
How much is the weakness in the rand playing into your projections for the fuel increase in November?
Yeah, I think we need to be clear. It's not our projection. It's an outlook that's based on the figures that have been given by the Central Energy Fund. And like I say, very little at the moment is as a result of rand weakness. In fact, I would go as far as to say that, less than 2% of the increase that we're expecting is because of rand weakness. It really is mainly down to that international petroleum price, Kalani.
The news that just came in, Layton, is that there is an agreement, at least with one union at Transnet, which actually would be a huge step in the right direction. As the AA, how do you view what has happened in the past couple of weeks with the strike and the impact that you have observed?
Yeah, I mean, I think let me comment on the news that you've given, Kalani, and that is, I think, very welcome news for all South Africans. I think it's very welcome news for the economy on a macro level. It's certainly very welcome news for the economy of KZN and for the Western Cape. I think, definitely also very good news for the Road Freight Association, who have been saying that they're concerned about the backlogs that this has been creating. So all around, I think it's very good news. Obviously, I don't know all the details yet, so I wouldn't like to comment on those just yet. But I think just generally the fact that an agreement has been reached is very good news for South Africa as a whole. And certainly as the AA, we welcome the fact that the parties were able to come to an agreement and to reach this resolution, which we think is in the best interests of everybody concerned.
Layton Beard is the spokesperson for the Automobile Association of South Africa. Layton, thank you very much for your time.